What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here in the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with a thank God it's Friday edition of MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. And notice how I just said MLBs. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised of our great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Yes, I will cover NBA at the end here, but we're shifting it to the MLB only thumbnail. There won't be a play on every single NBA game. There is a lean in this one that I think is actually really appealing, because I think there might be a tiny bit, not a crazy shakeup. I mean, if you've been watching the series, it's pretty obvious who the best player has been on the floor when he's been on the floor for the New York Knicks. I'll talk about the ins and outs of that one. And something I think might be a real interesting long shot if you're looking for a fun sweat. But producer Jacob's on hand. Obviously, guys, this week hasn't been good. The previous week is okay. The previous week to that was terrible. I mean, it's not been a good month for me in the MLB streets. I think that goes without saying, but the real ones know. I've been doing this now for almost 5 years. I think you know the amount of time and effort and that goes into this analysis and into the bets and getting these bets down the night before. It's a lot of work. And obviously, you know, if it just goes by the wayside, it goes by the wayside. Such is life. But, you know, there's other things I can do with my time, like make more even betting, like just getting more down throughout the entire day. And a lot of people in the Discord, I appreciate everybody sticking by me, giving me positive vibes. A lot of people who don't want to give me positive vibes, and that's okay too. I totally understand. I haven't been very good. So with that said, I doubled down a little bit of effort today. It was a pretty small slate here on Thursday. Right now, 1-0. Thank you to Jake Berger. Almost ended up on both strikeout guys, Hunter Brown, Jacob deGrom in that pitching matchup. And obviously, I almost got Carlos Correa killed. That would have been bad. Trevor Larnach obviously did nothing, even though a quick 4-0 win, 11 in a row for my Twins. So I guess my Minnesota Twins and my Minnesota Timberwolves, they're benefiting from my misery as far as like, it's like the voodoo doll. You got to pay for your sins some way, somehow. But anyway, I'm ready to rock here. We'll see if I want to be doing these videos here next week. Not really feeling it as of right now. Producer Jacob, though, he's always a great admirer of mine. You know, he always looks up to me from his... You don't want to add anything to that? No? You just give me one of these. It's not very nice from your producer. Okay, he hates me too. Let's make some units, shall we? And I feel auspiciously good about this card. I think there's a lot of other things that I've got circle highlighted. And the 2-hit props. Obviously, the leans have been hitting it like a 75% clip. And guess what? They're not bets. So that sucks. Some of them come to fruition and end up being bets, but didn't bet either of the 2-hit props. I'm going to talk about 3 of them in the lean category, but that does it for now. Lindy $5. If you guys want to jump in the premium Discord, every single play that I've already played that's on this video is posted in that Discord right now. Got the streaming, the flow of everything figured out. So without further ado, this has been a 3-minute intro for no reason other than to just say I'm sad and I would like to make money too, because I did not make money this week. Producer Jacob, let's get to the leans. We begin our boarding walk, and there are a ton of props out early, and that makes me happy because obviously there's only a number of games. We had 6 games in the MLB today. My Minnesota Twins just find ways to keep winning. Middle of 7 here right now. That makes me happy. Hunter Brown, 8 strikeouts. Jacob deGrom, 7. Premium Discord, I was toggling back and forth with the 5.5, 6.5 strikeouts for both of them and parlaying them together. A couple of people did it. That makes me happy. Another great reason to be in the Tails Discord, because even the things that I don't end up firing up, I'm not going to take credit for them because I didn't play them myself, but was talking about it potentially being a player. I need to quit being shy. I am good at this. I can do this. And gosh darn it, people like me. Actually, they don't like me this week, and that's understandable. But Rodon, people generally like him in New York, although I think this is a little bit juice heavy at the moment. Minus 140 on the over 6.5 strikeouts. Yeah, there's a lot more pitcher props that we're going to discuss throughout this program, including the one underneath it there with Chris Sale heading back to Boston, shipping up to Boston, quite literally because it's north of Atlanta, and you know, it's where the players play. They ride on them things like every day, but we're in Boston, so it's different. Mets, yeah, you've got an interesting spot with Tyler McGill. I don't really love this spot for him going up against the Yankees in a smaller ballpark, but he's been starting to show out. 29.5% K rate, 300 xWOBA. Weird to feel good about Tyler McGill in most circumstances. I'm sure Mets fans are confused about that feeling too. Detroit taking on Toronto. Detroit first 5 money line. Jack Flaherty is the better pitcher of the two at the moment. Just, there's not really a question in my mind. Bone Francis, don't know what happened to him this season. He's giving up high far contact. And that's a problem when you've got Kerry Bonds, Mr. Kerry Carpenter at the top of this lineup. Riley Green, obviously. He's back. So we'll see if he can, be healthy and stuff. Kerry Carpenter is just so damn good, guys. Spencer Torkelson having a great rebound year. And of course, the renaissance that is Javier Baez, although I do expect him to turn back into a pumpkin at midnight because his hard hit data still isn't all that impressive to me and only a 301 xWOBA. But hey, the absolute gem of all gems, that double dong, including the walk-off, really fun to see from him. But Detroit first five, yeah, just a little bit too juice heavy on both of those. And people are always like, oh, you're posting your record. I bet way more plus money things and dogs than I do favorites. I hope you've realized that over the course of 5 years of me doing this in the MLB streets. I can remember like one lock that was north of minus 140 ever. That's ridiculous. Just saying. Anyway, don't let people affect you in life. Just keep it. Gotta keep your head up. Chris Sale's going to keep his head up as he walks into Boston because he's had a pretty darn good tenure after he got out of there. Obviously, it was plagued by injuries. Did not go well. A lot of really bad teams as it was a young, rebuilding Boston team. And obviously, they cut ties with Mookie Betts, which doesn't look all that great in hindsight. Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo revenge. Didn't even think about that till just now. But Chris Sale, this is a little bit of a high number, 7.5 at open. I'm going to have to revisit this one tomorrow because I do think there's a world where I do end up pulling the trigger on it, but I've got so many props and so many other pitchers to pay attention to. As for the southpaw on the other side, Garrett Crochet, he had pretty inflated props too, but I think I'm a little bit more in line with it. 29% K rate, Chris Sale 30% K rate here on the season, but Atlanta, you're going to get strikeout bats in Austin Riley and Sean Murphy more than likely. Nick Allen been up there. Eli White, 23% K rate. And Boston, yeah, you get some of those righties that don't strike out as much. Obviously, Alex Bregman, top of the lineup. Ceddanne Rafaela is at 18%. Wheeler Abreu, left on left. Do they have him out there? I doubt it. Christian Campbell, though, Trevor Story do carry their weight. Probably just sticking away for now, but going to be a fun pitching matchup to watch. The lefty version of what we got with Hunter Brown and Jacob deGrom on Thursday. The Rays and Miami. This is your first of 3 potential 2+ hit props. I'm going to bet one of them. I guarantee I'm going to bet one of them. I can't go 2-0. Well, again, I can't even say 2-0 because I didn't bet either of them, but I've never even had them modeled out. I started modeling it out this week. Obviously not a great week to add something to the model. Maybe figure out your shit on your other stuff, but enough of being self-loathing. We've got the Rays and Miami, and Stowers, he gets to go up against Taj Bradley, who does have decent enough strikeout stuff at times. Good ballpark to be pitching in, but this is just a guy right now who hasn't found the swing and miss. 18.3% K rate on the season. I don't know what is going on with this splitter. It's not splitting. It needs to split more. It needs to do more things because he's not going to get swing and miss with that four-seamer that's 43% usage. Pretty flat, not a great pitch as it is, but man, Kyle Stowers, 295 expected batting average, 407 xWOBA. Really like what he's done. As for Miami, no official pitcher as of right now. A number of different ways that they can go. They could go bullpen situation. Alcantara's terrible. I mean, just so many question marks as far as Miami goes. I think they're going to be trading around some pieces. Could sell Kyle Stowers for a lot right now. I'm sure Baltimore would enjoy him back in their lineup at the moment. Baltimore fans, yeah. All right, next lean section here. We've got a couple of other interesting spots. Bobby Witt, this is your chalk 2+ hits play. Like, this is like borderline minus money type stuff. Now, it's not going to be, but like Bobby Witt Jr., I have egregiously high to get a hit, as you might expect from Bobby Witt Jr., who's the best contact guy. I mean, Aaron Judge has like 150-1 to bat over 400 this season. I think that's going to come down. His BABIP is way too high. There was a lot of discussion by Greg Ehrenberg in the premium Discord because Greg tells the future. Really good stuff. A great reason to be in the Lindy and Friends Discord, even on weeks like this where I suck. But we've got I said no more self-loathing, Eric. Stop it. I'm not going to hit myself in person. Here we go. We've got lots of ways. Rondre Palante, though, is giving up hard contact and a lot of hits. 299 expected batting average, and Bobby Witt Jr., 312 expected batting average. I'm also looking at Michael Garcia. I'm also looking at Sal Perez. I'm also looking at Michael Massey, even left on left, if that's going to be nice plus money for 2+ hits. Really want to see that lineup. I think the lineup is going to matter a lot as far as like which one of those pieces might be intriguing, but obviously Bobby Witt Jr. is your chalk for a good reason. Lance McCullers, over 2.5 earned runs. He ended up getting the quick hook. He gave up that 7 earned run inning that ended up turning into 10 total runs against Cincy. It hasn't been the same for Lance McCullers right out the gate. 15.4% K rate, just 2 starts, so don't want to over exaggerate, but Lance McCullers has long gotten by on awesome strikeout stuff, north of the 25, 26, 27%. He had a 30% strikeout rate in 2016, back when he was 22 years of age. But at 31 now, basically hadn't been in the league in 23, 24 with injuries. Only a 15.4% K rate in these 2 outings. I don't want to just over exaggerate it, but McCullers is really, really struggling. It's a Texas lineup I don't love, doesn't bring a lot of lefties to the plate, and that's obviously what Cincy can do, and that's why they did it to I almost said Hunter Brown, but God, hopefully we can sneak this W. That would be very, very nice. Still 1-0 top of 8 as I'm talking about this, but McCullers, pay close attention to it. As for on the Texas side, just to touch on base on it in case you want to know, Nathan Eovaldi, yeah, we're not going to back him the same way that we back Jacob deGrom. Different realm, although Nathan Eovaldi, really good strikeout stuff to start off his season. Nice xWOBA at 294. Just a little bit too much hard contact, and he gives up a little bit more to the right side, and obviously that is all you are getting from Houston. That was the whole Jacob deGrom point. We got 10 cents of closing line value. We'll see how it pans out, friends. We got Ryan under 17.5 outs. Yeah, Joe Ryan has been awesome the last few, but this is kind of a sell high spot, if you're asking me. Joe Ryan still giving up a 44% hard hit, 23-degree launch angle. Want to see the roof conditions. Want to see what they're doing in Milwaukee as we get into the summer months, because it was a lot cooler there. May 16th, not currently available on the website. So while it is available in Arizona, we'll talk about Chase, where the roof is open, and that's definitely going to matter. Joe Ryan, under 17.5 outs, is appealing considering it's even money on that number. Man, he's gotten clean, though, the last few, and the Twins are just rocking 11 straight. Buxton, Correa out. I don't know. It feels a little bit dicey. Obviously, Buxton, he's a center fielder that matters, although Kiersey, he's definitely a talented defensive glove. We got San Diego money line here, Seattle and San Diego. I don't really love this game. This is probably my least favorite game on the board. I don't believe that we're going to continue to get gem after gem after gem from this Kolek fellow. I really don't think Stephen Kolek has electric stuff like he's shown, but he has been so damn good that it's hard to really pick on him. 2.31 expected ERA. Last season, 4.46 expected ERA. The truth lies somewhere in the middle, although he avoids hard contact, which is very, very important when you're taking on a Seattle team that has just continued to ascend up the board, even against righty pitching and getting out of their home ballpark. That matters. 117 WRC plus. So anytime you can make a case for the bats on the other side and the pitcher to keep doing what they're doing, usually going to be a stay away for me at the opening number. San Diego money line, just a lean. Let's round it out, shall we? 2 more. Freeman, 2+ hits. Yeah, another chalkier option. Obviously, Freddie Freeman is very good, and Jack Kakinowicz, he's not very good, although there are some LA people that I've talked to that are actually pretty high on him. I'm pretty high on Dustin May's stuff, although it has been just awful for him too. I mean, Landon Knack ending up being the guy who's kind of emerging as the potential 5th starter going forward. That's just so weird, but with all the injuries, Dustin May continues to get turn after turn after turn. But as for the Kakinowicz, we've got 12.9% K rate, 10% walk rate. Nothing looks all that awesome. Nothing is good when you're part of that team. 313 expected batting average for Freddie Freeman. And yeah, Shohei Ohtani, 335 expected batting average leading off. But that is more in that Bobby Witt territory. We're probably untouchable. But as I said, there's going to be something from one of those 3 spots that I will bet. Premium Discord will obviously be a prize first. If you have questions, hit me up at Eric Lindquist. As for Logan Webb, over 20.5 outs. I haven't seen the opening number for this yet. I just want to let it be known I've been modeling it out a lot with Logan Webb, and he continually pushes the 7-inning number. I'm impressed. He just gets sinker balls to just work for him. Ground ball contact, great ballpark. A lineup that he should be able to get a little bit more swing and miss than normal with, outside of Jacob Wilson, who just continues to make contact every single day. And Soderstrom, Langelier, Rooker, coming off of a tough Dodgers series, heading into San Francisco, it's going to feel like a cavern there. I think Logan Webb is in an interesting spot to succeed. All right, with that, let's get to some likes. But first, want to sign up for the Premium Discord? Come kick it. Ask me questions. See my breakdowns for everything I'll talk about here right now. Lindy 5 is how you do it. $5 for your first week. You go to the link below. It's nice and cleaned up down there. Ooh, I had a Thursday to make it all nifty. Look at me go. Producer Jacob, I probably didn't send that to you because I'm the worst. But you love me anyway. He's so mad at me. He's feisty. But you know what? You can be feisty with me too in the premium Discord if you pay just $5 for a week of access to be able to make fun of me right now. Also, I think you can tell. This has been a bad week. I think you know that. I'm not trying to hide from it. I'm not trying to pretend as though everything's all rosy-cheeked. I've never been that person. Mainly because I lost a lot of money this week too. But you know what? I'm stringing together good plays with closing line value, and you can see that closing line value directly on OddsShopper every single day, ending in Y. I'm posting it over on X, trying to prove to myself that I can do this still, but I know I can. We're going to have an awesome summer, friends. If you want to get a jump start on it, Lindy 5, things are going to not just get better, but they're going to get great. They do every single year. Alrighty, let's get to the likes, shall we? I just thought that things might get better. The White Sox taking on the Cubbies. We got 3 fun series going on in this one. We have the New York, the Subway Series. We got the Cubbies, which is like the north side, south side. That's going to be fun. Or east side, west side. Wrigley, south, north and south. Anyway, and we have also got the Freeway Series. LA Angels, the 5 Freeway, going up to Dodger Stadium. That's going to be really fun. Going to be an enjoyable situation, but starting off with this one, this is steroids. Steroids. Look at this. Opened at 12, already bet up to 12.5. I'm not going to touch it. I just can't. I just can't do it. I won't do it. I can't do it. Why would I do it? But I kind of want to do it. Anyway, the whole point that I'm getting at here is that I have 2 home run plays that start off our card, and I think they are just nuclear game environments. But when you're modeling this out, what I'm doing is I'm taking historical data from FanGraphs in certain conditions, and I'm combining it with Baseball Savant, trying to put everything into a hybrid so I can project out numbers and be somewhat in the realm. But it really comes down to at bats at the end of the day. The guy who bats first is going to have a better chance to hit a home run if they have everything else being identical than the 9-hole hitter, a 1 compared to a 5. Now, doesn't mean that situationally they just get every single opportunity, but you start off a game, you're pitching to them straight up. You don't have a great protection from your 7, 8, 9 behind you, but overall you're pretty much getting straight up at bats throughout the game. And the key part, barring injury or getting pinch hit for, you're going to see the most at bats on your team in the game. Hashtag math. But it's especially helpful when that's Pete Crow Armstrong, the dude who is just smashed this year, and everybody want to make fun of me. Oh, the 2 locks in Japan that didn't hit, and you're 1 for your last 3 locks and you suck. I think I know baseball. This is my no ball guy. Pete Crow Armstrong, MVP tickets. Like, it's there. It's so beautiful to watch Pete Crow Armstrong into the double-digit home run numbers, 23-degree launch angle, and going up against a righty and Shane Smith, who's been pretty good so far this season, 25 years of age, really good stuff. Probably somebody they should trade sooner rather than later because they need, 48 new pieces on that team. But Cade Horton, also going to be targetable here with the White Sox. I'm looking at Lennon Sosa, who's got pretty good numbers and obviously great contact numbers in loft. Loft is the name of the day. Miguel Vargas, 23.4-degree launch angle. There's so many homers that are appealing here. Might end up just round-robining pieces of the game, but the only one that's actually positive E on the entire Cubs side is Pete Crow Armstrong because of the launch, because of the wind blowing out. Everything looks nifty. Pete Crow Armstrong, better than plus 275 is in plays, plus 300 at FanDuel. Put that together, put it in a sweater, make it better. Actually, don't wear a sweater if it's going to be like 90 and humid. Anyway, Cleveland taking on Cincy, and this one is another steroid game environment. Now, it's not the same total as what we just got done covering here. 9. I'm not German. We're just talking the total here, 9. I kind of think this is a little too low. However, I didn't end up making a play on the total. You can reevaluate that one yourself if you want to know. Obviously, I'm going to rerun my numbers, and I'll rerun everything once we get lineups coming out. But Tanner Bibee's not very good. 16.8% K rate, 452 expected slugging, 13.4-degree launch angle. I got a play from Cincy that I've already played. He's going to be in the premium Discord. He's going to stay there. But I definitely think Kyle Manzardo must be shared with the world. Tons of power, tons of responsibility to bet him going up against Brady Singer, who actually has been pretty decent himself, but 10% barrel percentage, 90.3 average exit velocity, 16-degree launch angle. You go across the board, and Nolan Jones, also somebody that I'm interested in, but Kyle Manzardo, 479 expected slugging, 20-degree launch angle. He is doing the loft thing. It makes me the happy thing, 6 to midnight. Ooh, that was a little frisky. We're getting frisky naughty. Kyle Manzardo, plus 360. That's at flip Yeah, that's available to all the people. Flip the best available line. I don't know what they're doing over there. I know they have a new odds maker, new odds system over there, but plus 360. I would bet this at plus 325, plus 330 or better. Any of those books that currently BetMGM, yeah, also available plus 360. So check it out, any one of those spots. Producer Jacob loves me today. Pittsburgh taking on Phillies. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about. He does not love me today, and that's okay. We've got an awesome opportunity here. I think this is my favorite pitcher prop I've seen all year. Now, I'm not going to lock it. A lot of people would be like, oh, pansy, or, oh, we're not going to see locks forever because Eric missed 2 of them. No, had tons of closing line value on both. Guess what? They went 0-2. Just trying to get my money in good for you every single day. That's all I'm trying to do. Get your money in good by betting this right now at Bet365. It's plus 110, plus 105 at ESPN as well, if you are so inclined. Ranger Suarez, over 5.5 strikeouts. He's only gotten just over 80 pitches in his first 2 outings, but the strikeout stuff is immediately back, and this is a Pittsburgh team that strikes out at the 3rd highest rate in baseball. I don't understand this line. I've got him at 6.3 strikeouts, and there's plus money attached to the over. Yeah, we're going to bet that. We're going to move on with our lives. Let's hope that pitch count continues to elevate starting on Friday. Oh man, the Baltimore Orioles, so sick and disgusting what they've been doing of late, which is terrible baseball. Although my Twins appreciated it. Thank you so much. Although Carlos Correa and Buxton, again, they probably had to die for my sins. But Washington, Mackenzie Gore, they're fine. Just concussions. Thank God for that. Otherwise, I'd cry myself to sleep. I'm sure their heads don't appreciate it. But Washington has Mackenzie Gore on the mound. He is left-handed. And if you're left-handed and you're facing the Baltimore Orioles, you have a great chance to succeed. And Mackenzie Gore is above average from the left side, just throwing it that way. And well, Baltimore, 50 WRC plus, 0.074 ISO, 25.4% K rate. Abysmal numbers. A 179 batting average is the worst in baseball. Terrible. Terrible. Anyway, we're going to go up against Cade Povich. And all I have to do is bet minus 115, lay that juice, and I get this beautiful first 5. Shout out my gate. I'm not even going to finish that thought. First 5. Mackenzie Gore over 6.5 strikeouts. I'm thinking about it. My guy was what I was trying to say. Jacob Hughes. Thank you. Yeah, good talk. And we're going to continue on our merry way. Colorado, Arizona. Look at this money line. Nothing available. Total, nothing available. Eric, what is even available in this game? I will tell you, my friends. Colorado hitting props and an Arizona pitching prop. Now, the big thing is just Corbin Burns. What the hell is going on with you? As for the Colorado side, I think Tanner Gordon ends up getting the start. Tanner Gordon, we've seen a tiny bit of. Not a huge fan. We'll see how he comes up from AAA and does his thing. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's not official. I'm waiting to get that go ahead from Colorado, and then we'll probably full send Corbin Carroll props. But Corbin Burns has had a brutal start to his season. 46.9% hard hit, 440 expected slugging, 11.4% walk rate, and sub 20% K rate. But the main point is that Arizona, they've had adverse conditions for the pitchers. Now, the lineups have really enjoyed the early season conditions. Why is that? Because the roof's been open. The roof has been open. Chase Field, way better offensively. When you do that, way worse for pitchers. Can't feel great. Now, Colorado, you can't ask for a softer spot to land if you're struggling. We're talking the second highest K rate, 26% against righties, only a 67 WRC plus, but a 20% K rate, throwing a cutter 53% of the time with nothing really all that appealing on the curve or the sinker or the slider. I don't see how we land on 6.5 here, books, but I'll take the under at even money. Even money or better? Yeah. That's nice. Under 6.5 strikeouts. Love this pitcher prop, half unit. Pretty straightforward. Again, another even money prop on the card for tomorrow. Let's talk NBA, but first, Portfolio EV. Promo code Lindy1, friends. If you want to get a bunch more bets from OddsShopper, we have the best market-based tool in the entire industry, and it's forward-facing results. You can see the expected values, the historical ROIs, the OS ratings. What does it all mean, Basil? Well, you can jump in the premium Discord. I can explain it to you. You can also sign up using promo code Lindy1 at the link below. It's super clean, super easy down there. Be able to find it. Use code Lindy1 for that. Use code Lindy5. Jump in for $5. So for $5, you could come in, ask me all the questions throughout the day. I'm in the Discord too much. Ask my wife, and you have the opportunity to get yourself 2 weeks completely free of the portfolio EV tool. Hey, you don't like it? We'll refund your money. Free 99, get it? But no, we won't refund it because it's $0. That'd be ridiculous. Okay, fine. We'll refund your $0. That'll be nice of us. But Lindy won down at the link below. Check out NBA, NHL, MLB, and so much more with the portfolio EV tool, the most forward-facing market-based tool in the industry. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get to some NBA. One thing to talk about and one thing alone. All right, 2 outs, 1-0 Texas Rangers against Houston. Can I win a bet? Can I win a bet? Can I just please win a bet? I would like to win a bet today. Please. Anyway, I'm sure Knicks would like to win a basketball game. They got waxed in Game 5. Obviously, the Jason Tatum Achilles surgery, everything went along pretty nicely. Sounds like they're moving his timetable up a la Adrian Peterson and Cam Akers and some of this. Producer Jacob, don't nod your head like that. Okay, I think February's in play.
He's really young. This is a really young NBA Achilles tear. We've never seen it before, so I'm optimistic.
Oh, it's optimistic. Well, just like Jason Tatum, I do not think you should call it a comeback. We're going to get ourselves going here, but don't call it a comeback if Boston decides to go out and win a basketball game here. 2.5-point dogs is not a whole hell of a lot here, so just letting it be known. Let it be known. But I want to give my shout out to Jacob Hughes yet again here, because obviously the Mitchell Robinson play, which wasn't even an official play on this video, just one that I completely nuked in the premium Discord for anybody who had access to Bet365. It was the only spot that I was able to get money down on it, and I got too much money down on it and it lost. But you know what? Mitchell Robinson has been incredible in this series. In fact, in terms of plus minus, the best player. 110 minutes with Mitchell Robinson on the floor in the series. Knicks outscored the Celtics by 26 points. In 135 minutes without Mitchell Robinson on the floor, Celtics outscored by outscored by the Celtics by 61 points. So minus 61 with Mitchell Robinson off the floor, plus 26 with him on. That is insanity. Now, Karl-Anthony Towns got into major foul trouble. We obviously saw Kristaps Porzingis. Good luck projecting his minutes in this game. Have fun. Knock yourself out, folks. But Luke Cornett and everything is blue for him. Had himself a little bit of a block party, but I think Mitchell Robinson has a chance to potentially play a lot more in this game because he's been too good. He's been awesome. And this double big lineup does work. So it's not even just exclusive to cat foul trouble, but Mitchell Robinson double-double is 12-1. I think you play this game 12 times, you're probably getting 1 or 2 of them where Mitchell Robinson either benefits from Karl-Anthony Towns foul trouble or gets in the double big lineup because he has been so damn good on the defensive end. As producer Jacob said, if you just dropped in from Mars and said, oh, what is this basketball you play? You would say Mitchell Robinson was a god watching this series on that end of the floor. Now, offensively, he's got his warts. We know it's finishing at the 10 or get hacked. And some days you make the foul shot. Some days you're apparently a blank zero within shoot less than 50% from the line in the playoffs. But Mitchell Robinson double-double plus 1,200 at DraftKings is a big number. Pay attention to it, track it, see if you like it. I'm going to reevaluate tomorrow, but I find it to be a little interesting against Luke Cornett. Yeah, he's not going to play that well this time around. And that does it for another edition of MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks with a little NBA on the side. Hit that like button down below here. We've got the MLB playlist rocking and rolling now for you at the top of the bar here on the Odd Chopper YouTube channel. Hopefully that makes it easier for you to be able to find me. And yeah, I didn't want you to find me for the last week, so that's for sure. The last 3 weeks, if I'm being completely honest. So, Lindy 5, let's get it rocking. I'm feeling really good about this card. I think the prop exposure that we have, really nice. Quarter unit there on the home runs, half unit on the other plays, and premium Discord. Well, we'll get it rocking. I'll let you know which not two home run, that would be wild. And obviously, we went 3 for 6 on those last year. Could use a little bit of that run good. 0 for 1 this year. But we've got ourselves an awesome opportunity over on X at Eric Lindquist. Go give me a follow, and I will let you know which 2+ hit prop I end up on tomorrow for Freezy. That's nice of me. Producer Jacob just shaking his head. He hates me today. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB and NBA streets on Friday and this weekend, and we'll see you here on Monday.